Y'all, I'm back after, a little delay, but that's because, these games. And we finally down to the final 4 teams. Getting to the nitty gritty now, but crazy things been happening, man. In Toronto, Philly too. Man, I ain't knew this was gonna go out like that. But let me get down to the final 4 teams though. But if you want to hear more of me, I can go add my podcast on Anchor, or it's on my Facebook page, and go get that a listen. I do after game analysis and talk about after games on my podcast. It's called Strong Debating on Anchor. If you ain't got the app, just go to my Facebook page. I'm gonna load an episode every time I do one. But I'm gonna go first video. I'm gonna take a look at the Eastern Conference Finals, and I'm gonna dissect that and give my prediction on how I think that's gonna happen, or who's gonna come out the East. We got Cleveland and Boston. Cleveland first game in playoffs, they went 7 with the Pacers. It was a good series, but LeBron game 7, I guess you can say. But it's some things that could have changed. LeBron went down. Some things maybe Miller should have did that could have helped him win that game, but he didn't do it. Then you got Cleveland and Toronto. That's just ridiculous. Terrible. I'm kind of disappointed. I did have Toronto winning, but dumb of me, right? Nah. They didn't play. They didn't perform on a level of performing that they should have performed. That just was getting swept like that was just terrible. Terrible for basketball. Who could watch that? It just was too ugly. Then Boston going to Game 7 with Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo didn't have enough help. That really wrote that series. They did go to Game 7, but that was about it. With just him and Chris Middleton out, they balling too much. They could have just did by themselves. Then they played Philly and beat them in 5 games. Who would have thought that, right? Nah, man, that's crazy. But I had that going to Game 7 with Philly coming out. They just feel, I guess they young, but you can't say that. It's because Boston young too. What really came down to that is the coaching of each team. Brent Brown, he had some questionable calls. Ben Simmons did some questionable things in some games. He didn't show up as the so-called rookie of the year. But that would determine that. Coaching, man, them boys, the chemistry that Boston have is just, it's amazing, and it's great to watch. And the defensive efficiency they play with is also great to watch too. So it's gonna be fun watching them in Cleveland play. Brad Stevens gonna try to coach them boys up because he has a good coaching mind. And Al Horford said he's a genius, and it looks like he's a genius. So I hope that he can coach them boys up. I would love to see this go to Game 7 too. I want to see how them stars will perform in jail with pressure on them against LeBron. But I might have to go with LeBron in the series just because he's the star, the Hall of Famer, the All-Star, the Superstar in the series. But don't get me wrong, Boston can win this series. If they keep that chemistry going, they keep that defensive going, they just force LeBron to be the only person to beat me and shut everybody down, or beat them and force and shut everybody down, then they can win this series if everybody also put up their averages or a little above the averages. Jalen Brown's been playing consistently. Jason Tatum been playing consistently. Al Horford, he's a vet, leadership role. He been playing some not so bad basketball either. Aaron Baines been playing a little good basketball. Terry Rozier has been a star in the making in his playoffs, really. Especially the way he played against Milwaukee. Man. I see why they call him Scary Terry now, because, I mean, scary when that boy had the ball in his hand. Who else? Marcus Smart. He came back. He's going to be helpful for them, especially on the defensive. And he brings a lot of tenacity and a lot of energy to defense and offense. He's going to help them boys out. It's just going to come down to them and Brad Stevens playing ball, man. That's really it in a nutshell. They really want to go to Game 7 or even win this series because, I mean, LeBron is, he don't play around too much. He's going to ball. He's going to put up his numbers. It's going to come down to Brad Stevens and his team, though. What I predict, honestly, I might have to go with Cleveland in 6 games, though. I mean, it can go to 7 if Boston just keep playing consistent basketball and keep playing consistent defense, and Brad Stevens keep being the genius as he is. I know I said Brent Brown is Coach of the Year, but the way Brad Stevens has been coaching them boys, he can get Coach of the Year too. He really can. So I got Cleveland in 6. I mean, they could go 7. Boston could upset these boys, but I got Cleveland in 6.